Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today it's with great pride that I'm unboxing Michi's brand new X5 integrated amplifier. The history of Michi is renowned. It was the pinnacle of what Rotel were producing, and they've re-engaged or reinvested in the brand to create this truly high-end sub-brand within their category. Hopefully you've seen unboxing videos of the P5 preamp, their monoblock power amplifiers, a kilowatt each, as well as their 500 watt stereo amplifier. Most recently they've released two integrated amplifiers, the X3, you would have seen that unboxing video, and now the X5. Now the X5 is intimidating to unbox. It weighs 50 kilos in its packaging. It's 500 or 600 watts a channel into 4 ohms, easily 350 under 8. It has the most demanding of speakers in its sights as far as being able to control them and bringing out everything you would expect. It's a big box. And we're going to have a little bit of fun, but so be patient with me as I carefully have a look at this product for the first time. Right, Michi. This is an outer freight box. It is heavily taped with this fabric tape. It's interwoven. You have to be careful opening that and you'll see why. The box itself has the Michi logo sealed on 2 ends, a scan code for model and serial number information on 1, some basic unboxing information, and an emulation of that same scan information. Opening these is difficult for 2 reasons. They've done a wonderful job with the packaging, so it's sealed well, but secondly, it's bulk. It's very big and it's very heavy. So there's a few cautious little things you can do to ensure that it will open easily. The first is to start, of course, with these taped areas. Don't be afraid to cut them a couple of times, particularly in the corners. The corners have a couple of layers of tape, and it's really important if you go to open this that you don't try and sort of tear that last piece. Actually get a good... Okay. Now, on the box, we talked about how you should probably open both ends and slide it over. We're going to have to make some compromises today because the table I'm working on is too small. Oh, this is heavy. So what we're going to do is open it a little bit differently. Now, by putting, I'm just going to cut a little hole in the side here. 2 things. It's going to give me something to pry open, but secondly it's going to allow a little bit of air into the box when I do this next thing. So if you're opening this on your own, you can't push it across. This is the way of doing it. Very carefully, and then lift up. The hole that I created at the top now allows the air in to the freight box, so that we can then reveal the inner box smoothly and easily. Now this packaging slips off. It's a lid and an under package, but let's have a look at it before I start attacking it with a craft knife. Again, it's an emulation of the Michi logo. There's some model information, some packaging, and then a line drawing on one side of the product itself. Opening this part is again going to be difficult because of its physical size and weight. And what I recommend, bringing up on its edge and carefully cut along, making sure that at the corners all of the tape is free. Now the Michi amplifier, as I said, it's easily 500 watts of amplification, but its feature set includes some amazing basic things as well. It's got some of the best Bluetooth on board, 32-bit DACs, digital and coaxial optical inputs. It's wonderful. A little MQA. So it's wonderful to see such a feature-rich, heavyweight contender in the amplifications environment, okay? But so really easy and affordable as far as the grand scheme of things. Nevertheless, next step, slide the top off. You'll see a slight rocking motion because the packaging is designed to be tight, and so with that it's not going to slip off very easily. Now, with both the tributes, this is Rotel's basic A11 tribute and CD11 tribute. They've opted for a black Rotel logo. With Michi, they've opted for the black Michi logo, just as a little wee sort of touch to the fact that this sets it apart from the rest of the range that Rotel produce. There is a lovely little welcome, including a checklist on the back for what you would expect to see in the carton. There is big, thick closed cell foam, and I'll lift that one out, get rid of it, and it reveals double layers of packaging as far as things go. The desiccant bags in the corners here, there's 4 of them, are actually glued in place, so we'll leave them there, and we'll concentrate temporarily on the 2 packs of accessories. I think what I'll do is slide this off, get rid of that large cardboard. You can see the care that I'm having to take because the product is so heavy. It's beautifully packaged and relatively straightforward as far as sliding things, but its mass, its weight is against me in this instance. Okay. Now, the easiest way of doing things at this point is just to roll the unit forward, get a good grip of it, and then slide it back onto the counter. Discarding that for a little bit more room, and we've got ourselves the ability to place that back on the table. Before we reveal this and its beautiful soft cloth bag, we're going to have a look at some of the accessories. The first, and you'll see, look, in other unboxing videos, these have been explained as far as the accessories, but look, as a brief look, we've got the Michi remote control. This allows for all setup to be changed and preset very, very easily. You've got a key to enter to open the bottom of the remote and slide the batteries in. You've got the batteries themselves and a USB for the purposes of software updating if required. Or, like most people, put some music on it, put your favourite tracks, and there's your background music sorted for a dinner party or something like that. Now, as always, hang around for some close-up photographs. We'll see all manner of things laid out brilliantly so that you can see not only the accessories, but some of the inputs and outputs you'll see as well. The next accessory pack is a slide, and it features a New Zealand IEC power cord, a USB, this is like a printer cable, USB A to B, and then a network cable. The unit itself is networked not for the purposes of streaming itself, but for software update and other control management. Right, let's have a look. The amplifier, as I said, has a final layer of protection from a beautifully soft bag, and the inside of it is, oh, it's beautiful. The bag itself is stretchy, so it easily sort of encompasses the amplifier. And there we have it. It's our first little look. Again, be patient as I lumber this across the table. The amplifier is very muted in its front, and please hang around for some close-up photographs. I'll light this up and we have a really good idea of what its functions are. It simply has a volume and input control, and then centrally a power button. Tapping it, turning it, turns it on, pushing it, hold, and it turns it off. Leading it forward, you can see that there's ample heat sinks, and the design is beautiful. The same design is emulated throughout all of the larger amplifiers and smaller ones, where you see these large double heatsinks formed around the outside and creating a real strength to its chassis. There's more than enough ventilation, as you can see, and the amplifier is very, very deep. It's also very tall, and as I'm puffing, it's very heavy. Looking again at its side to get an implication of its depth, and then the back. Now it has good solid feet with rubber pads, so it's not about to move easily. Okay, tilting it up briefly. What we've got, as we start from this side, is a ground for the purposes of earthing a turntable. We have two balanced inputs, and we have the Phono RCA, a single pair of balanced inputs, and a Phono RCA in. There's an input marked CD, tuner, auxiliary 1 and auxiliary 2, although these can be changed in name and configuration based on the setup that you can access from the remote or the front panel. There is a mono sub out and a pre-out. The sub out can be managed with the onboard electronics and crossover, and the pre-out is a standard line level. There's the Bluetooth receiver, and beneath that a series of digital things that have been physically separated within its chassis. You see a line of 3 optical and 3 coaxial digital inputs. You see the line or LAN input, USB, and then triggers associated with large power amplification if required, as well as IR. There's alternative RS-232 control, and with that a rear USB for the purposes of software update. There's a little bit of ventilation to the left and right, and then we see the IEC power cord. We also see the rhodium plated binding posts. This is a duplication of its output. It is not an A and B speaker out. It's a duplication for the purposes of some of the by-wire speaker cable that is available, where you'll be utilising it for much larger speakers if required. So, Michi X5, 5 to 600 watt integrated amplifier, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.